Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 2 of Rhetorical Rumble, the podcast where I have a bunch of people on and they argue about stuff. Topic number 2 is much less serious. It's about dating in your 20s. Our first 2 questions are going to be, what do you think is wrong with modern dating? And our second question is, how do you think we can fix it? These questions kind of bleed into each other, so we might not separate the 2 topics. I might arbitrarily cut. I might arbitrarily not cut. So let's just get right into it. How these intros are going to go is you're going to give you're going to give your name. You're going to do a shout out or shout out anything you want to shout out, and you're going what your relationship status is. Any short things you can say about dating. Do that, and then I'm going to move to the next person, and then we're going to get into the back and forth. At the end of the back and forth, we're going to do closing statements. Closing statements are, again, going to be uninterrupted, maximum of 2 minutes, just a recap of, what you think after the topic. So let's start. Let's start with Everett.
Yo, my name is Everett, as Davin already said, but I'm gonna say it again. And my status is I'm single. I'm a single guy. I go on dates sometimes, and that's about it. That's all I have to say. All right.
All right, thank you. Let's go with Nick. You're next.
I'm Nick. This is gonna sound like an anime quote, I guess, but I'm a single 30-year-old guy living on my own. Go out date sometimes, have fun, sometimes. Mostly I'm focused on kind of doing my own thing, and sure I'm good with me,
All right, thank you. Let's go to McKenna.
My name's McKenna. I'm 25 and I'm single and have been single my whole life. Never had an official boyfriend. We'll just start there and then we can go into all the debate stuff here as to why.
All right, Jake.
Hello, I'm Jake. I'm 25, and this will probably be pretty interesting. I think dating's kind of whack, but we hear how it goes.
All right, let's go Noah and then Sam, since you're on the same camera.
Hi, I'm Noah. I'm 27. Guys should be able to date like 50 girls at once, while girls only date one. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, dating's cool. Super jealous of all the girls who get to date Nick.
I'm Sam. I'm 24 and I'm newly single as of 3 months ago.
All right, Sarah.
Hello, I'm Sarah. I'm 26 and single, and dating is miserable at best. So that's how I feel about it. Isaiah, you're up.
My name's Isaiah. I'm 26. I'm in the same boat as Sam, and I completely agree with Jake. That's pretty much all I have to say.
All right, we're going in the back and forth, so anyone can start, anyone can interrupt. If I feel like someone's interrupting or whatever, I'll just cut you guys off and say, hey, you go, then you go. But otherwise, have at it.
Are we allowed to cut you off too?
No.
Should we not be muted? Unless you say so. Are you going to say, hey, mute yourself? And then we got to do it?
Everyone.
Probably be like stream of consciousness.
Everyone can
unmute.
Yeah, there we go.
No, mute now.
Yes, Daddy.
I mean, if you ignore me,
anyway, dating.
Sorry,
I can manually mute you if you ignore me. It's just as a heads up. So.
Wow.
Davin said fuck around and find out.
Fuck around and find out.
Like,
Okay, what's the first question? Remind
Wait, really quick. Sorry,
I forgot
quick.
the first question too.
quick addendum. Sorry, I didn't mean to say I'm in the same boat as Sam. I mixed up different people, but yeah.
Ooh,
Right.
ooh, ooh.
Don't lie, I've seen you guys.
Congratulations.
Well, who'd you
Okay.
mix up with?
Who do you, yeah.
Who'd you
Oh,
mix-
I meant to say I was in the same boat as McKenna.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Hey.
Sam is in the same boat
Hey.
as McKenna.
Knew it. Isaiah and McKenna, you dogs.
No, Jake and McKenna. Is who
Whoa,
who's
whoa,
right.
Ah.
whoa,
Okay.
whoa. No, it's
The
just because
opposite
I've
of
never
dogs,
been.
actually,
hold on.
Just
dummy.
because I've never been in an official relationship, okay?
Okay.
Fine,
all
So-
above
Doesn't
let me
board,
ask-
mean
so
I'm a
let's
player,
go.
so let's
What would you
Everybody.
define official relationship?
Hold on, stop. Hold on.
Well,
hold on.
I tend to get in these situationships, as we call them in 2024. But you know, they last a really long
I've-
time.
So
It's
I've
like
never heard of that. What
it's
is
like
this? What is a situationship?
What? You've never heard of a
Is that like is that
situationship?
That's
I feel like gotta
kinda
be
new to me as
specific,
well.
right?
Is that like
Meh.
a boat? That
No,
people
He's
kind of
30.
jump up and
He's
on
30,
off?
guys. Chill.
a situationship is where it's like more than the talking stage, but also you're unsure if you want to like
You don't wanna
label it. Like you can say that you're exclusive, for example, but you never like put an official label on it. Does that make
It's not a
sense?
girlfriend,
But
it's not a
not
boyfriend.
quite
It's
like friends with benefits, or
Yeah,
no,
it
it
can.
is. It
Yeah,
can be.
I
yeah,
was just
very
about
much
to say, that's-
so. But in my case and in my defense, it gets to a point of being like
It's
at the
basically
finish,
a relationship.
at the
It's a
finish line,
relationship
right?
without
It's
the
like
label.
I've met the parents type of shit type stuff,
Oh
you know,
wow,
that
that's
kind
a
of
they're
thing.
that's
good,
like
but
like
they're
you're
too
done with them.
scared.
You're ready for the next
it's
one.
pretty good.
You
They
done? You
haven't
do like
met-
everything you would in a relationship, right? It's just that you're not officially with a
Exactly.
title,
but
but it's
then,
like no different.
but when you're
Yeah.
picky, you know, like me, unfortunately, sometimes you get to that point and then you're like, I don't think I like you as much as you like me. And then you're like, sorry. But you
Yeah.
still be
That's
friends.
just picking up for what
So-
you think you need.
Right?
Yeah. Everyone's
Do you
got
think that? Oh,
What?
do you think you could relate that to like commitment?
Oh, I used to
things or-
have severe commitment issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
100%.
Or maybe past projections, and you think that it might like happen. Maybe again, you're like afraid that it might happen. You know?
No, I think that honestly, I think that before my commitment issues had a lot to do with the fact that I wasn't happy with myself. Like I used to be really
Mhm.
overweight. I was anxious, depressed, whatever. Didn't really date, nor did I want to. And then I lost a bunch of weight, kind of focused on myself, and then been good since. And I've only been in like, I don't know, maybe 2 situationships. Like after being good with myself and not having commitment issues anymore.
So
Yeah,
how
I would
long?
say-
How long is that? Like
One of them
2,
was
3
like
months,
6
4 months?
One of them was like 6 months.
I mean, that's a pretty good relationship right there. I mean, even like dating for a couple months. I mean, if you're like kind of seeing each other and hanging out and stuff, like
I
mean, you
agree.
can call it whatever it is, but like what it is what it is. You know?
It's a relationship,
but-
but people are too scared to put the title.
And
Well,
maybe
say-
that's where people like having that eject button or that quick leave if they need to. I mean, and don't get me wrong, I've had things where I've dated girls for a while and then some stuff's come up or I found out things and I'm like, oh man, you know, and things get messy. So, I mean,
Yeah.
McKenna, how do you feel about Sarah and Nick basically just calling you a coward right now?
I mean,
That's so
damn.
false. That's fake
Damn.
news,
Damn.
bro.
I don't
Get
think-
the
I
outta
forgot
here.
you were even on here.
Oh,
You're here. Who are you?
Noah.
Who are you?
Noah, if you want to go there, I can say some unhinged shit about you, but I'm too nice.
No.
I can make your ass cry.
Please, I beg you. Can I please?
Well, let me ask you this, Noah.
Oh,
When was
Davin.
how long was your like longest relationship? Yeah, getting personal.
Yeah, that's what I
Getting
thought.
some
Noah.
butterflies.
I'm
It is
being
very
completely
I can say
honest.
one
Like,
name. I can
half-
say one name. And
Okay.
What?
half the
Wait,
time, though,
what
if I'm being
name?
honest, like when it comes to
What
relationships,
name?
you almost don't want to call them relationships because then you get the expectations that come with it.
I think that if
Isn't that
you
the
call
problem?
something a relationship and you put a label on it, this is why I think it's important to separate the terms of exclusivity and a relationship. When you put a relationship on something, it means like kind of what you're saying. There are certain expectations that come with that, right? So I think that there is a big difference. I don't think that personally for me, this is how I describe it to people because I am picky, right? you know how people say, oh, I have a crush or whatever. I don't really do that whole thing because I think it's a waste of time. I'll be intrigued or infatuated by somebody at first, right? But then it's very easy for me to get bored of that super quick. Like I'm talking like I will know within 10 minutes of having a conversation with someone if I want to go on a date with them and if I'm going to have fun on the date. Otherwise, I don't go on dates. I don't accept dates from people that I don't think like it's going to go anywhere just based off of one conversation,
You're
which
not
sounds
wasting your
crazy.
time.
But sometimes you just know. And I've almost always been right. And then when I do go on dates with people, if I don't think that there's going to be a second date, I always pay, no matter what.
Ooh, I like that.
Fair.
Yeah.
So
I'll
I
take
think it's
that.
just,
If the lady
That's
paid.
smart.
it's just knowing what you want, I feel like. And so these situationships, for example, took me a minute to figure out what I liked, what I didn't like, and then could I tolerate the things that I didn't like? And that,
Well, is
10 out of
one
10
of the
times I
things,
couldn't, right? So
is one of the things that you like, is it just like the constant attention, or is it dynamic / different stuff every
no, I
time?
think it's actually the complete opposite of that. Davin could attest to that. I hate when people are
So
like,
it's like you prefer the like consistency?
Do you associate affection like maybe with like people not showing you affection? If you know what I'm saying,
so I'm not
like
like
to
a
put it kind
very
of plainly.
affectionate person personally.
Yeah.
So when it comes to that stuff, like I'm not like PDA is not a thing. I don't,
Yeah. Well,
yeah, I
that yeah.
don't do all that. So I feel like it has nothing really to do with that. It's just more so certain personality traits, I guess. Like one person, for example, he was a total narcissist, right? Like, and I knew it from day one. And we started out as friends, which was cool and fine and whatever. But when it came to that point, I couldn't get past the fact that he was a selfish narcissist. So I was like,
Deal
maybe
breaker.
he stopped. Yeah.
That's fair, right?
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm definitely about to say something that's gonna make me sound like a cuck. Do you guys think that? Do you guys think that like, isn't loving someone supposed to be like you choosing to be with them despite their flaws, rather than like trying to?
That's what I told you, first of all. I told you my quote. There's a Shakespeare quote, okay? And it says, that's literally what the quote means, though.
I think it's a constant, like, you kind of need to be aware of people's faults, but there are some faults, like if there's some faults I can't really see past, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, but there's other stuff where it's like, oh, I'm not perfect either. Oh, Jake left his dishes soaking in the sink before he put them in the dishwasher. That's a deal breaker.
Dude,
Yeah.
Noah leaves his dishes in the sink all the time. Fucking kills me.
So that's actually so what
Sorry.
Davin
I'm
just
not
said
sorry.
is basically how I view my dating life. So the one quote that I literally live by if I'm dating anybody is the Shakespeare quote, which goes along with all of that, is love does not alter when alteration finds, which means you love somebody because they're imperfectly perfect, right, in your eyes. So you like someone because of all their great qualities, but you love someone despite all of the qualities that you hate.
I will say though, especially nowadays, a lot of people will project a lot of their own like insecurities or problems, or they instead of like their flaws and it just being something that you love, they kind of put it on you to fix it because maybe they don't know how to. I guess I don't know. It's kind of hard to describe, but I mean, I've experienced it a few times before, and there's I can like flaws people who like who they are like I love that. I mean, but if you're not both building on top of each other to get like as high or as strong of a castle as you can, and one person's just like using the other to kind of bring them down, like it's never foundation's never there. It's never going to be strong enough to build on.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
think
mean,
it's
a relationship
important.
should be teamwork, right?
Exactly.
I agree with that, but I also think it's important that you know how they say like you're my other half, right? That's what people say a lot. So I hate that. I think that that's a terrible thing to say. I think that it should not be like that. I think that you should be a whole, they should be a whole. And if you guys add to each other and you're that, then that's way better. That's how it
Hold
should
each
be.
other
You should
up.
be okay with yourself and within yourself before having someone else. And if you're not, then I don't think that you're really ready to, because of what Nick's saying, those insecurities get projected when that happens.
I know people who
they're not ready for you.
Let's let somebody else in. I think we've psychoanalyzed McKenna like long enough. Let's pick on someone else.
You look so
I will
defeated.
say just as
I'm not saying McKenna. I'm saying like in general, like
yeah,
they're not ready for you. Like they
yeah,
just have to accept everything wrong with you, and
yeah.
they need to get better for you.
I will say
I think you
nowadays
should get
too,
better
there's
for
a-
yourself.
I feel like
Well, yeah, you-
both
like,
people need to
being-
be fully competent of what they're bringing to the table.
yeah, like who they are, and you need to make sure that you're okay with like who you are. But nowadays, and I even know a lot of people who they are either in a relationship or with someone for situational things, or because they don't know how to live on their own or cook or take care of themselves, and so they look onto someone else doing it because they associate it with like affection and how they grew up. Someone taking care of them, and that's when it becomes dangerous because then let's say you don't something's going on with this person, you're not really think that you should be together anymore. You're like, oh well, maybe I'll just stay together because of this or because we have a place or because of that's sad.
But you just get comfortable, right?
And then the next thing 20 years later, and you're like, oh, I don't never really like this person.
Yeah. Well, I think also dating now, like, is so difficult. First of all, no one wants to like have just one person, right? No one wants to get married anymore. No one wants to have kids. Like, and some of it is understandable reason wise, but at the same time, I feel like, at least for me, the guys my age kind of suck in terms of, first of all, they can't communicate for shit. Like, I don't know why it's so hard for people just to be transparent and say what they want. I don't really understand that. Just be straightforward and blunt. Like,
Yes.
I just
Yes.
I'm
like
God, yes.
I'm gonna
Well,
give some
okay.
context. You guys are all about the same age. You're in the same age range, so she's referring to all the men on this podcast too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I've been told that
Hey.
I've had female roommates for like the past few years, so I've kind of been given a window. Oh my god, the bar for men is so low.
yes.
So, you guys do not
Ridiculous.
understand how low
It's
we set it for
impossible.
you guys.
You
We
it's,
set it to the bare minimum, and you guys can't eat
Yeah.
meat. Yeah.
it's funny
Have
you
you
say
guys-
that.
guys,
Like,
not you
I say
guys,
that's something
but-
I tell my friends all the time. Is that I feel like the bar's like on the ground, and so I honestly feel like I get by because the bar's so low. If I'm being real with myself right now, I'm just
That's
like, the
okay.
bar's,
We like
on
the
floor.
honesty.
Well,
Yeah, I'm being real.
wait.
Like, I just feel like the bar's on the floor. I get by because the bar's on the floor. People think I'm like nice or something, and it's like,
Right.
no, other people are just shitty because I'm not even
I
that
just-
nice, in my opinion.
Wait.
I'm,
I just feel like
Fucking
some of us
shithead.
guys can't be honest because we just want 5 wives and we get judged.
Noah.
You were really selling
Listen,
this.
listen. We're gonna go
Sister
all the way
Wives
back.
season 2.
Let's talk about
I
how
love
like
that he's
men
like set on the
used
number
to
5 and not 4.
men used to build monuments in women's honor, and now we are lucky if we get a U up text with the letter U, not even the full U.
I just
So
right,
like
you
that's
are-
the expectations
you
we're
are
dealing
lucky.
with.
I just want to be
You
clear.
are
The person that
I
you
agree.
okay, I just want to give some context to Sarah's statement. The quote that you're quoting is a quote referencing the Taj Mahal, and the Taj Mahal he built to his dead wife.
Wasn't
and-
quoting that. I wasn't quoting that.
Okay.
I swear I wasn't quoting
Okay,
that.
because-
I know what you're thinking of. It was just a generalized comment. And that's a bad situation. It was a messed up situation. I know you're going to call me out on that.
Okay,
That is
'cause I was
not what
waiting
I was
for-
going for.
Say something, but I think he just already, yeah.
Wait, can you explain this now though? Because I want to hear it, even if that wasn't what she was referring to.
Basically
After
have on my Tinder bio, will build monuments for you.
Do it.
the,
Tell me
Taj,
after you.
the guy who built the Taj Mahal built it after his dead wife, and then he. Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. The guy who built the Taj Mahal built it after his dead wife, and then after he was done, he cut the hands off of all the builders and poked out the eyes of all the the engineers and stuff so that they couldn't build it again. and then
Well, duh. You want it to be
Be my
special.
office.
and then he
Super cute,
and then he
cute.
decided he wanted a black version, but then because he cut off all the hands of everyone and poked out all
He
their
couldn't
eyes.
do it.
He cut out and then he
Hey.
yeah.
Everyone has regrets, Davin. I mean, that's just one of his.
Good dating.
Yeah.
Noah, shut up.
But no, I'll say I agree. I do agree with the bar being on the floor as far as like dating.
Yeah.
As far as women.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
I'm a very, my personal opinion, and keep in mind, I am very much aware of what my red flags are, okay?
Same.
So, my personal opinion is like, I am the most low maintenance person when it comes to dating and stuff. Like, I don't need, nor do I want you to talk to me every single day, all day. Like, that's too much. I work way too much for that to even be a thing, and I'm not on my phone. So, like, that's just not going to happen. And I think it's important for, like, them to do their own thing and you to do, like, be able to do your own thing and do things together, but, like, also be able to be separate and be okay, you know? Because I feel like some people are, like, up each other's assholes all the time, and it's just suffocating to me to even watch. So, no offense, Davin, but I love you. And
Ooh.
but that was something that I had talked to you about when we lived together, right? Like, I was pretty open about that and honest about it. But I mean, like, now you guys are like 10 times better, 1000%, 10 times better.
You know,
I would say that
This isn't
Davin
like
and
me
Neha,
calling him
It's
out
hard.
because this is a bit of
Davin and
conversation.
Neha are definitely a very communicative, and like together couple. And McKenna, you have been very probably distant and like to yourself with a lot of people that you tried to hang out with.
Distant, I'm just independent. I think there's a big difference.
You're independent with the people that you
Can I
have dated.
I would say
Ask everyone.
different strokes for different folks. Yeah.
Exactly.
Ew,
and you're both
Colin.
and you're both doing great. Like you're both in a very great position. I'm sure both of you are very happy, you know.
Yeah.
Wait, I have a question for everyone.
What's up?
What is everyone's biggest red flag when they're looking at a relationship? Like, okay, I'm dating this girl, I'm dating this guy.
Oh, so
And
you're
this
saying
like,
what is
oh, this
everyone
a
else?
no-no. Yeah, like what's like you're dating someone and this guy is doing
So okay,
something
so
that's, like,
so
no.
not what we think our red flag is,
No,
but
with the
what-
other
okay.
person. Because I feel like I'm curious because I feel like sometimes when it comes to dating, my red flag can be something so minuscule that maybe it's like I'm exaggerating.
Is this like an ick, you know, where we're getting
yeah,
into
like an ick or whatever. Like what is
Be
everybody's
rude to the wait staff.
Ooh, that's a good one. I like
That's
that's
a
an
really good
ick.
one.
That's a gross one. Yeah.
Like
Wait,
if
what?
I
I'd be-
see
I'd-
that,
Like not compassionate type of deal,
No, it's
or like
like-
not
Yeah.
like caring.
if I take you out for food, and I love food, so if I'm taking you
Mhm.
out for food, it means a lot to me. But like I'm just like I want it to be a nice, easy thing. I don't want you being a Karen or causing an uproar. Or, like
That's
it's
fair.
fine if you're like, hey, I ordered chicken on the salad and I didn't get chicken, and you can just say that nicely to them. But if you cuss them out, it's just like I'm just gonna be sitting there in the back looking at you like
You're embarrassing us right now.
Yeah.
I'm secondhand embarrassed, dude. That's what it comes
Yeah.
down to.
It's like people
Yeah.
who've never worked in like the service industry at all, and just think like shit like magically flies out of people's asses into their mouths, you know, or whatever.
Oh, yeah. People
That's
who
a
are
lot.
rude to servers, yep.
That's a big
Speaking
one.
of asses, I mean, my biggest ick is if she won't do anal on the first date.
Oh my God, Noah.
Hey man, what if she thinks that you can't take it or anything like that way?
Okay.
you
I'm
know?
just
Like,
saying. It's like,
So-
that's
You know
kind
what,
of
Noah? Noah?
Are you gonna say
like,
anything?
what if she's like, hey man,
you
there's too much to work
Let
with
me
there. I
ask
don't
you
know what I'm
something.
doing. There's like I
Let me
get my
ask you
flashlight in
something.
there. and
Let
it's
me
all
ask you something,
cavernous,
Noah.
you know?
Are you gonna let someone peg you on the first date? That's what I want to know
Yeah.
because I
Do
think
it.
that
No,
might be
no,
my
That's
it's
what
question.
he's
2020.
Yeah?
saying.
Way to go,
That's what
I was
dude.
gonna ask
talking
that. Actually.
Okay.
You beat me to it.
That's a good response.
I mean, duh.
I have a better question. No,
Oh, so he's
are
into
you
it.
are you gonna say
What?
any? Are you guys gonna? Are either of you gonna say anything serious this whole time?
I'll say something serious.
No, not
No, he's talking specifically about the two people.
I'm
on
gonna do what I said I was
You're
gonna
getting
do.
in trouble. You're getting in trouble because you're sharing a screen.
Ha, 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 ha.
Basically.
Yeah, I feel like this is some discrimination going on, right?
Maybe the reason you're
Everett
single.
just
Noah.
left. Maybe just
Okay.
ever had to pee.
Okay, so
Okay, back to Sarah's question though, because everyone needs to answer.
Yeah.
So
Noah and Sam answer seriously.
Just you got told off.
What's your biggest risk?
The biggest.
What
That or
first?
she doesn't have a good relationship with her father.
if she what?
If she doesn't have a good relationship with her father.
I thought you said if she does
Okay,
have
I
a
No.
good
have-
relationship.
I
Girls
thought
with
you said
daddy
if she does
issues are
too, and I
Oh,
was
did
like,
I? Whoops. I meant the other
He
thing.
said other to that.
Whoopsies.
Whoopsie doopsies.
I have one, but it might like offend some people here, just because
okay.
like
Good.
I feel
Do
That's
it.
what Evan wants.
if you haven't had like a serious relationship, like at least like a year, by the time you're in
I
your
get that.
mid-20s, that's like a serious red flag to me.
Oh, screw you, Sam.
Yeah.
So,
No, I agree with you, Sam. I get that. Because it shows, like, it's in my opinion, maybe it's a girl's opinion, and that's different because, like, you can be picky, and that's one thing. But like, I think that if you've had the opportunity, you've been in a relationship, and you're constantly choosing either to not want to make it work, or choosing people who are just going to be short-term relationships, and that's just consistent, then you're not going to want to be in a relationship with someone who's actively choosing something that's not long-term. That's
I don't
my thing. I
Like a
get where she's
commitment
coming
thing?
from. It's a
I don't
commitment
disagree.
thing.
I
It's a
don't
commitment
disagree
thing.
with that actually. It's kind of funny and it's actually
Yeah.
a joke when I like if I go out and I'm socializing with people, sometimes they'll be like, "What's your red flag?" And that's what I'll say. I'll be like, "Oh, probably that I've never been in an official relationship." Like, that's
Right.
usually what I say as like my joke. Or I'll say the fact that I have a lot of guy friends because that's just the truth. And so I do agree with that statement. However, I think it's also important to understand context because it's not all me. Like some of the situationships I've been in, for example, have ended because they have done things that are absolutely not okay,
And you
right?
should be in there
And
for
would
them.
be and
Yeah.
if I was in an official relationship, some of them would be considered cheaters, for example. Some of them would be considered like liars. Like some of them, like that's why I said the honesty thing, right? Like people should just be straightforward and honest because a lot of times someone will tell you, oh yeah, this is what I want, ABC, right? And you go into it thinking, oh great, you want the same things, right? And then I don't know, 3 months in, they're like, actually, I don't think I'm ready. And it's like, well, then why'd you just waste my time for 3 months? Like, okay,
That's
bye.
my thing. I feel like nowadays, in my situation specifically, I'll be all into a situation, and I don't mean all in, but like I'm ready to like give the commitment or whatever, and I don't get that back, even though they said they wanted that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's like I don't know if it's an expectations thing or pressure or whatever, but you'll be like in it, you're ready to do the relationship, and then someone just like no backs out. I feel like that's dating in your 20s right now. Maybe that's just my situation.
I feel like I have.
Can I ask what that is, though? Admit, because I'm kind of lost.
What do you mean?
Like you say, like you're looking for something like that, and they say they're into that, but then like a few months
Well,
down
what
the
I mean is
line-
like the
Well, like
relationship
something
type. I don't like to
long-term.
be like, yeah, long term. Long term
Yeah.
is the word I use. That's
Like a
the
lot
better
of times
word.
guys will be like, oh, like you'll ask like, what do you like? What are you, like,
What do
okay,
you look
for example, when you're
What
on
do
a
you-
dating app, do you ever ask them like, oh, do you just want to hook up? Do you want to date? Or like, are you looking for like a serious relationship? Right. So a lot of times they'll say, oh, I'm looking for a serious relationship. And then it's kind of like they lead you on almost, right?
Yes, and then you get sort of
when it
serious.
comes time to have that conversation, they're like, "Oh yeah, actually,
Nope.
I don't want that anymore." Or, like,
Yeah, it's
I'm
like it's
not ready.
jump scare. Like they're like,
What's wrong
no,
with
I can't do it.
So they're saying
What's
you think
wrong
they're
with
saying
that?
it just because like they know they'll get the attention from it. Because I'll be honest, I've never gone up to someone and be like, "Hey, DTF."
Yeah, so I don't know.
Well, like,
I
really,
don't
I
know.
imagine that my success rate would be pretty low with that. If
Right.
I'm being honest.
So-
It's fair. It's fair.
So, a question for the girls in the panel. A lot of the complaints I've had with a lot of my single guy friends are that women are like a little more flaky. How do we feeling about this? Like they don't
I
like.
feel like
I agree with that. I think women
It's
flake a
extremely
lot.
true.
we won't be flaky if you're actually someone we're interested in.
So then why not just say you're not interested and move on?
Yeah.
It's not always that easy. For women, it's a lot different. You have to worry about a lot different things that men maybe don't have to worry. I'm not gonna say they don't worry about it in general. But for
I
women,
disagree with that. I don't think that it should be a double standard. I think if I expect a guy to be straightforward and upfront with me, then I need to be straightforward.
what
and
about
upfront with
safety
him.
issues?
I'm not talking about necessarily in person, but like over Tinder where it's pretty anonymous. Like
okay,
you can
that you should be straightforward with.
Do people really still use Tinder?
If you're
Like,
on any kind of app, you should be straightforward. I'm talking in person. I'm worried about actual safety things, like about my physical being. If we're talking like in text, I will be straightforward with you 100%.
Yeah. I'm talking. Well, you can't really flake in person. That's like it's hard to flake in person.
Yeah, I think I understood it as like over some type of media.
Yeah, then I agree with McKenna and with you. Then there's no reason for you to be flaky in that sense. Just say it how it is. That's my opinion. Like, if you're not interested, you're not interested.
Like, I hate when I hear girls be like, "Oh, well, it's a free meal, so." And I'm like,
ooh,
even that's what pisses me off. Like, do you even like them? No, not really, but it's a free meal. And I'm like, that's fucked up. Like, I hate that.
No, it's not. I would do the same thing.
No one does on a daily basis.
No one's
He's
buying
like,
your ass meal, that's for sure.
He's one of those free meal gals.
No one gets a free meal from St. Vincent de Paul, okay?
He flirts with my mom and he gets food from her.
I'm kind of in the stance where, like, if I invite you out for a meal, I'm probably going to be paying for it, but if you invite me out for a meal, then you're probably going to be paying for it. That's kind of what I understand.
I do first dates. First dates don't cost money for the most part.
And it's usually kind of like a back and forth. It's got to be a two-way street. Like I keep going back to this example. My old roommate Shauna, like we have this Indian place we go to all the time. She treated me last time, so next time I'm going to be treating her. It's kind of like I said, it's a give and take thing. If it's only one way, then that's just mooching off of someone.
If you're friends, but not if you're dating.
I agree with you. Everything in life should be a two-way street, and I mean everything.
Nice.
All right. I will say, like, being equal, like, so, I mean, it's always like, do a guy's like supposed to impress a girl and do all this, and I mean, there's been a lot of times when I've been hanging out with a girl and she has like all the same interests as me allegedly, until we like go do the stuff, and then you find out like she really isn't about all that stuff. She just kind of said it. Like, even for me, like, I cook a lot. I want someone who like has like skills, who can like keep match or like pace with me in the kitchen and stuff. Like, I mean, maybe like, I'm not saying like you have to impress me, but I mean, if someone's like, 'cause there's a lot of times where females will be like, oh yeah, like you have to like you and this and that, and then you think about it and you're like, man, this girl doesn't really have like skills, interests, she doesn't really do much. Like, I mean, what makes her so attractive, like, to me, And so I don't know, I guess that's where I keep seeing little things too,
Almost, yeah. Let me just go make sure that the rest of the laundry's done.
McKenna, you need to mute yourself.
I am muting myself, sorry. I'm doing it right now. I'm trying to.
I think also a big thing when it comes to dating is just that guys and girls have different means of communication.
True. Yep. I fully agree with that.
It's kind of hard to elaborate on it, like, to the specific details, but it's basically, I've learned so many different ways to phrase things that don't mean a lickety split to me, but to girls it means a lot. It makes a big difference. Is like,
yeah.
It's
like, I'm doing fine, and we'll be like, oh, so he hates me. Got it. That's great. Like, we'll spin things, and maybe that's not all women, but that's me. Like, men, from what I've experienced, say kind of just like what they're feeling or thinking. Like, they're not trying to be shady or petty about it. They just kind of say it, and women take it as like, oh, okay, well, fuck you too. Like, it can be complicated. And I say that and it's not all women, McKenna. I know McKenna's ready to fight me on that. I know she's ready. And that's not all women. But for me personally, because I'm a sensitive little thing sometimes, I know that I inherently hear something and I just think, okay, I totally took that the wrong way. But I took it the wrong way either way. So I don't know. I agree with what he's saying.
A lot of times we just don't put a lot of thought into stuff, or admittedly, at
That's
least
what
I
I
don't.
think.
Yeah.
I think guys don't realize. But I will say this though, I'll agree with you in the sense that like I'm a big overthinker. I feel like that's what that is overthinking, right? You analyze the text and you think about every detail, and you're like, well, my conversation yesterday was so much more like vibrant or whatever, and then today it's just so dull. Why? Like, what happened? Type of thing, right? But I also think that if you're putting in effort that's expected of you, that effort should be reciprocated, even if you're just having a conversation. I don't know.
Sure as heck try, dude. Like, I have to
Yeah.
reword some of the stuff that I phrase. Like, okay, so just to give an example, like, someone comes up to me, she's like, "Hey, Jake, what do you think of my dress?" I'm gonna say, "I think it looks good," because I'm likely being honest and telling her it looks good. But to her, it's less of a, oh, it's only he thinks, as opposed to what I should have said was, it looks great. Because then I remove the I think portion, and then she knows that it's like, oh, it's a matter of fact. Just something like that. That takes a lot of effort for me to think about. I've got a little pea-sized brain. So it's one of those things where I hope it's like, when I ended up going back and telling her that, the next time she looked at me like she knew what I was doing and she smiled. So I think it was good in that regard.
Yeah,
But it's just
good.
stuff like that. We try, if we're doing that type of stuff, which to some girls is, again, the bare minimum,
It is.
it's a lot of work.
And that's okay. And we respect the fact that you're at least giving the effort. But I do think it's kind of like a double-edged sword for either person. It's like, you know, you're putting in a lot of effort, we're putting in a lot of effort, but either side feels like it's just not working. And I don't know if it's the 20s age where we're kind of like just in a lull trying to figure out what everybody wants.
The problem is I need to like hanging out with you more than I like hanging out by myself.
Yes. That's so true though. That's fully
I don't know. I feel like for me, but the reason I keep saying for me is because I'm so independent and I work a lot, and at work I literally am not allowed to be on my phone. It's really difficult when your only form of communication sometimes in the week is to text, for example, or whatever. And if you can't like have a conversation of substance with me, or even have like banter, I feel like banter for me is a very important thing to have. Like if you can't have fun in the conversation at all, then I think it's just not going to work. It's just no.
Well, here's the thing. I think like women just need to be more open to not having careers so they can be like only moms. And that way, like, it's less pressure on us to have like a more intelligent conversation with them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I will say this on speaking of, banter, not the careers thing. I'm not Jordan Peterson or anything. I do believe in women's careers. I think that's cool that women have jobs personally. But I don't agree. But I will say it can be difficult sometimes as far as like if all your conversations through texting, because a lot of things get lost in translation that way, of course.
Well, yeah, I don't mean all of it all the time, but when that is your only form, sometimes you have to like almost make the most of it, right? Otherwise, especially like think about long distance relationships, like those would no one would ever survive a long distance relationship if you weren't able to communicate, like, through.
Definitely. I feel like you have to be extra funny in those relationships, though, because, like, again, this is just my personal opinion, and I do agree that, like, I would get bored really easy texting someone, and so we can't banter, like, through text, which I feel is so much harder than doing it in person or over the phone. I would probably just stop talking to them, if I'm being real. And I'd be like,
banter is incredibly important. Like,
Yep.
if you can't get that off the bat, there's not a connection. In my opinion, that's just for me. Like that's just my relationships. I can't I can't joke with you, and like for me, like I know it sounds so bad, but if I'm bullying you a little bit, that's a girl's version of like I like you and I want to like pursue things. Is that confusing? Potentially. Yes. Potentially that is confusing. For me, that's like how I was like taught in my I'm Irish and Filipino. I know you can't tell from the second one, but yeah, that's how our family like just expresses love is through bullying. But for a lot of men, I get, oh, I thought you hated me.
Nah, I don't know. I would
I mean,
assume if a
sometimes-
girl's being like mean a little bit, that she's at the very least like I would assume she likes me. Not, I wouldn't say that she's into me, but I would assume she doesn't hate me at least. Otherwise, she'd probably just stop talking to me altogether. I don't know. That's
What's your
assumption.
biggest ick for a girl? Like the
Right.
biggest, like, oh no, I can't deal with it.
All right, this is if I'm talking to someone and I feel like they're not really smart. I don't think I'm super smart, so I just need a girl who's like smarter than me. You know, if I feel like she's not smarter than I am, or at the very least, like as smart as me, like I'm just kind of like, And like I said, I tell people all the time, I'm an idiot.
We
I'm
got
not
Neko
like,
You're
I'm not like
idiot.
a super smart dude at all. That's just my personal opinion. I don't know. I read a lot, and so people think that I think I'm smart, but I'm like, nah.
McKenna, I
reading
think
just
your
makes you a
thing's
smart
echoing.
person. Huh?
McKenna,
your
I think
mic's
your phone's
echoing really
echoing,
badly.
maybe.
Your microphone's
Is that
echoing
yours
really
that's
badly.
Mute
Echo?
yourself really quick.
What?
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
Mute.
Yeah, it was McKenna. Yeah, probably
What's
because
up,
she has it
buddy?
on the. You have it like on the thing, yeah,
Better?
or because it was like on the table, you know.
Oh yeah, way better.
It was crackling.
I'll mute
You're
myself.
good now. You're good.
You were messing up Everett's point. You weren't even there.
No, it's all good. I said what I had to say about that. I don't know. That's just one thing that like bugs me and all. I've had that happen a few times where I'm talking to someone. I'm just like, yeah, and I'm kind of over it. You know, where I might see them at first and be like, oh, this girl's really cute, and then after like a conversation, I'm done. I'm not feeling it anymore, and I lose interest.
Like their personality is like super ugly.
I haven't had that really happen where someone's personality like really turned me off. Like that they were just came off as a bad person. Thankfully, I can't say that I've had that happen to me. I've had maybe long-term things happen where I'm like, they weren't the best person, but nothing off the top like that has ever happened. But I've definitely talked to people where I've lost interest real quick, and I've talked to people where I was super into them real quick too. So I've had both ways go. I wouldn't say like in love, but I was like, okay, this person's awesome. They're really cool. I would love to talk to them more. And I've also been like, well, after today, I'm not gonna text this person.
Like, does it have
Not
to be
enough.
talking though? Because I'll be honest, some of like the best times I've had with other people is just chilling here, like relaxing. Like it could be snowing outside. You got a nice hot glass of apple cider. It's just chilling. You don't need to actively be talking to each other, do you? Because like sometimes it's nice to. It's in my opinion, anyways. And I know everyone's gonna be throwing out the "in my opinion" line probably for this.
Isaiah, what do you think? You've been nice and quiet.
I'm trying to stay
chill.
nice and quiet.
I think you need to turn your
Not
camera on.
anymore. Let's
No!
get in here, babes.
God
Get
damn
in
it,
here,
Sarah.
babes.
Alright,
I just
alright.
want-
What
I just
was
want
the
to say,
question
I
again?
agree with Jake.
What's your
I
biggest
agree with
ick?
Jake. It's better when the woman stays quiet. Thank you, Jake, for saying.
Dude, you're
Okay.
gonna get us both canceled. Oh my god.
Don't even try me, Noah. I know where
That's
you live.
not. Yeah. Oh, I want to stay away from that.
Well, I'll say one thing then. Speaking of not what he said, but no said. But as far as the quiet thing goes, I mean, there's a difference though when you can vibe with someone and just chill and hang out. Those are I'm not necessarily saying that I need to have a full-on conversation 24/7 with them, but when I'm with that person and we're just not vibing, whatever that may be, if that's either through conversation or when we're just hanging out and chilling, if it just feels off, then
That chemistry needs to
over-
kind of be there.
yeah, it has to
Yeah.
be there. And I feel like that's something that should come pretty much naturally. Really.
I agree with that. It should be a little bit more natural. You don't have to talk. If it's like you're hanging out together and it feels awkward all the time, maybe that's a sign that it's just not working. Because it shouldn't be awkward all the time. At least in my opinion.
I agree.
All right,
And
Isaiah.
maybe it's a little awkward because you're into
Really
them.
quick,
You know,
sorry, non
not-
sequitur. Celestial King, you should, if your noise suppression is on, you should definitely turn it off, because I've been hearing your volume go like blah, 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 blah. So just
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let me do that. My bad.
Yep. No, you're good, dude.
Celestial
You're chilling.
King, is that fairy
Oh,
tale
that's his
shit?
username.
Oh, okay. But where's that from?
When I was in middle school, whenever the PlayStation 3 came out, that was just the tag I used on it. And then
nice.
I just used it for anything gaming related, and I've just never changed it. And I use it for all gaming stuff.
Isaiah, what's your biggest red flag?
God damn it. I was trying to avoid this. I don't know, like a lack of communication.
Big, good one.
Yeah, that's the big one. Because it's like, okay, it means one of two things. One, she's not interested, so whatever. Two, she wants to be chased, so even more actually actively go fuck yourself. Or three, she just sucks at communication, which case, whatever. So, like, all three of the above are good reasons not to try. Yeah,
That's
so
a big
that's
one,
my
actually.
Yep.
I gotta say, the whole chase thing, that's a big red flag for me.
I don't do the whole chasing thing.
Games and the
Yeah.
the games are not ready for a relationship.
You just
I'm
do
gonna
it.
say,
agree.
this is the 2020s. If you say no, you damn well know I'm that's registered as a no.
It's a
Yup.
no.
Taking any chance.
Yeah.
No
with that,
means
dude.
no.
That's
We're not going past that. Exactly.
Yeah.
No, I'm not chasing you. It's like it's the there's the infamous tweet from a while back too, where it was this one girl texting. I was like, I really like this guy, but I rejected him when he asked me out. But like, why didn't he try a little harder after I said no?
Because you said no.
I just remember reading that and fuming. Like, I don't understand this. This just it's
no.
like everything the opposite of what I was taught growing up.
I can be honest and say I think that all three girls here will agree that like if we said no, we're not going to expect that man to ever talk to us, let alone ask us out again. That's for us.
Agreed.
There
I
are
had-
some
I-
women who do differently. I'm not there. That's not here.
Sam?
I actually
Are
have
you-
a story of a guy that got upset because
Hold on. Let's let Sam
I
talk.
have very different opinions than a lot of the people here, I will say. I think
I'm
that
curious.
chase women, I think they should pay for the dates.
I agree. I agree.
How about we chase and you pay?
No.
Okay.
No,
Not
I
at all.
mean in the
can
sense
you-
like Sam, like if a guy came and that asked you out that you weren't into and you said no, I'm not interested, right? And then you were kind of waiting for him to ask you out again. Is that something that you would agree with?
Maybe like if you go on a date and then you're like I'm not gonna text them, like they should chase you.
No, but if you hadn't, if you just said no.
Maybe if you say no, then they should just leave you alone. But at
But
the
don't
same
you
time,
think
I don't
that
know.
if
It
they
depends on how long
initiated-
you've been seeing them for. Like they should try to chase you.
Oh, this is
Okay,
what I don't
fair enough.
understand. Is don't you think that if they asked you out on the date in the first place?
I guess I've also been out of the dating world for a while, but that's just how I feel.
So my
Okay,
question
the
to
dates,
you,
they should
my
pay.
Okay, but like,
to you,
Then,
wait,
and then the fe-
Wait.
like
Too many people
the
talking.
girl.
Too many people talking.
So like,
wait.
So I was just gonna say, chivalry. I mean, I love paying for anyone if I can afford it, and I'm going out somewhere and I can get the bill. Love it, you know. Someone I care about, love paying for them even more. But like, they also have to bring something to the table, you know. Or
Yeah, I think
you know,
I
like
want
be someone that you're like, oh yeah, I love this about them, or they have these qualities that, you know.
I want to
Because
say
I mean, I've
something
had
about
girls that they definitely expect you to pay, and they're not really like doing much, or they don't really have interests or skills, or you know.
I
And
think
so then
that-
it's like,
Hold
if I'm
on,
paying
hold
for
on,
them, I can
hold
pay
on.
for anyone.
I want to ask
But
her.
then don't date them.
I
Wait,
want to
I
hold
have-
on. I want to ask Sam a question.
I've been trying to ask
So-
this from the beginning.
Hold on. So, if the man is texting first, putting in like all the chasing effort, and he's paying for the meal, what are you offering to him in return for that? Like, what are you giving him?
Yeah, I mean,
My
Totally.
stunning
What her- I
fucking
can tell you
personality.
yeah.
My stunning fucking personality
I
and
was
my
about to say,
great ass.
Hold on.
You need to stare at me the
Stop.
entire night. Congratulations.
Stop. Stop.
Wait.
That's the type of person to give like an outfit to themselves for the other person's
Stop.
birthday.
Stop. Sam. What is the woman offering in that case? Like, how are you saying, oh, I value your time as much as my time is valued?
You're giving them the boyfriend treatment. That's what it's called.
And what is that?
You're in a relationship with them. You're giving them the boyfriend treatment. Like, yes, you don't pay for the dates necessarily, but there's so much more to a relationship than just who pays.
Right.
Oh,
So
no,
what
totally,
are you?
absolutely.
Do you
So what are
like
Like,
the
what
you
I'm saying is,
dishwashing
offering?
afterwards, or like?
yeah.
So what
But,
are
like,
you
you know,
doing
you care
for
about each
them
other, you
that
love each
doesn't
other, like all
involve
that
paying
goes
for a
with
date?
just like wanting to be with someone for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. And so, like,
So
they're
is the
saying,
guy only bringing the fact that he pays for the date?
That's
I
a good
don't-
no,
point
I
too.
mean,
To be
like
fair,
I said, it's the same
if
thing.
it
You're both love each other, care about each other, you appreciate each other's feelings. Like, that's equaled out before all that for sure.
Yeah. So
What I'm
if
trying to
he's
touch on
doing
is
that, so hold on. What is
question.
so I'm
No,
just
no, you cut me off already. I had this question from the beginning, and you cut me off already, so I'm asking it. My question, my question is this, because you said something that I definitely don't agree with. Is you said, okay, so they take you on a date, they pay for it, right? And then you basically expect them to be the ones to text you after and chase you, right? That's what you said. So why is it that they initiated, put in the effort, put in the time and money? Why can't you be the one to show interest back? That's reciprocation. That's how I feel. And I feel like it's not fair to just expect and need and want the guy to do everything.
And so
Right?
with
You
the
don't expect them to do everything. You still reciprocate. You just don't initiate.
How does that make any sense though? Why does the guy have to be the one? Like, wouldn't you? For me, what if a guy takes me on a date and I have a good time? I almost always am the first one to be like, hey, just wanted to let you know, like, thank you so much for taking me on the date again. Had a really great time. Like, hope we can do it again, or something like that, right? So why would I expect the guy to do that for me when he just did all of these things, right? Like, I feel
What
like
if it's not an expectation but an anxiety?
I guess in a perfect world, it would just be stream of consciousness type stuff.
True,
You don't
but
really
like think
think
about like if
about,
you're just anxious, like you really like someone, but you're scared that the date didn't go as well as you thought it did, right? Like
Take life by the balls. Take life by the balls. Don't be a pussy and fucking ask what they thought. This is what I'm saying. Just be
No, I get that.
straightforward.
And I love that. But I
As a
think that
guy
some
or a
people's
girl.
experiences don't consist of that. I think some people might have done that and got rejected, and now that feeling is fear. Because
will
they
say
tried
there
that
have been
and it didn't
times.
work.
There have been times when I'm like, oh yeah, I had a great time, you know, this and that, you know, love to hang out again. And some people take that like negatively. And I've had times where girls have done that to me and said, I've had a great time, you know, hope we hang out again, this and that. And for me, I think that's cool. Like, I like when that happens. I'm like, yeah, of course, I had a great time too. You know, I love that we did this and this. You know, hope we can do this more often or whatever, you know?
Yeah, there's actually been a lot of studies more recently published too that illustrate the fact that guys find girls who take initiative, especially in modern day dating,
more attractive.
More attractive and have
Absolutely.
more of a chance of a long lasting relationship than vice versa.
Well, I don't mean they have to be like all about it, but as long as you're both like, hey, I really appreciate, like, you can tell both of you appreciate each other's time, you know? And if you don't,
Right.
then you just don't hang out with each other or whatever, you know?
Right.
That's cool too.
I'm just trying to figure out like where the equality is coming from with the whole chase thing. Like I mean anyone who knows Aniha, right, which you all do, she's very equal. She's very much like, you know, constantly wanting to pay her half even when we're married, right? She's very much so. Like, I've been out of this for 7 years. When a guy's chasing, he's paying, he's putting in all this extra text effort. Like, I just want to know, like, what is tangible that the woman is then evening that out with.
We're just lonely, dude. the fact that we're not lonely for that time, I guess, is worth it.
I guess, and that's kind of what people will assume a little bit more. But what I would say too is like for me, I do first dates usually no money, like beach stuff, hiking. Go to
Coffee.
like a coffee thing, street fair.
Okay,
That's
unfortunately, I have to go. So this has been a great conversation. I'm so sorry, but I have to drive
Hi,
home.
Mac. Love you.
All right, bye, love you. Be safe.
Bye,
Love you.
guys. Nice meeting
McKenna.
everyone.
Dave, don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Bye, Ken. Love you.
I'll beat
That's
you, Zane.
already too late. Okay, goodbye.
Bye.
Oh, all right.
But so like for first dates for me, usually no money. So then in that instance, let's go back to just like showing appreciation and affection, or um, like how do you show affection or appreciation for that? If you're like, because if you think like people should pay, or like let's say I'm going and I expect this girl to pay for me, I'm like, hey, is she gonna take care of me? Like if she asks me out, for sure she gonna take care of me. If she doesn't, like I might start thinking, oh well, she's not as much worth it because she didn't like buy me something or whatever. But in her mind, she might just be like, oh, I'm just trying to like have a good, easy, like free date. We can see if we vibe and then go from there.
Just don't drive her home.
Thank you.
I will say,
You know I love it. To make it awkward. He loves to make it awkward. I love it.
I'll
I
drive
love
you
it.
home.
so I guess going back to what Davin was saying earlier, so kind of the whole two-way street type of things. There are guys out there that kind of think, oh, just because I'm paying for the dinner, that's all I have to bring to the date.
Yeah.
Like I don't really need to talk or be, I guess, exciting. And they'll
And then
expect
they
a lot of
expect
stuff
like
in
getting
back.
some in return or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like
And that should never be an
there's
expectation.
two sides of the spectrum. Like that's not one of the ways to go with it either. So again, in my opinion, the best way to go about it is like, oh, like I'll pay the first time, you pay the next time, or if it's a type of thing where we're doing some cooking at my place, I'll take care of the cooking, you take care of the dishes. That's great for me. I hate doing dishes. Like just something as simple as that. That's like completely
Awesome.
fulfilled at that point for me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a big believer in there's two sides to a relationship, and
I agree
both of
with
them are
that.
maintained by each person who's participating in the relationship.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I definitely agree. I mean, I don't think anyone should be entitled or feel entitled to anything, really. If paying for a relationship doesn't entitle you to anything from that person, but at the same time, yes, it is nice if the other person reciprocates. Like if I'm paying, like you said, the person might pay the next time, split things. I personally hate the whole chase thing. If I feel like
Yes.
that's what's
I
happening,
agree.
Yep.
I think it's.
I agree with you so badly.
I don't know. I find it really annoying, and I get like I'm over it pretty quick. I don't like chasing. My friends seem to think that it's because I'm lazy or something with relationships. I think I just don't like the chase because it seems like a lot of work, and I just wish the person just like, hey, I really like you, or I don't, or I don't like you, and I think both of those are.
Well,
making someone do a lot of extra effort to prove that they like you, like the fact that they want.
Can you get closer to your mic?
yeah, bro.
Oh yeah, my bad. I'm sorry, guys. I have a rolling chair and I like move a lot.
You're good, dude.
I want you to be right up on it, and you got to whisper into it.
Right up on it,
I'm
baby.
ASMR.
Yeah, but give me like a little whisper.
We like hearing you like that.
Kinky.
I'm trying to be kinky. You guys are making me laugh.
That's a healthy relationship right there.
That's a
what we're talking
homemade
about.
sex tape right there.
Yeah, it is.
For a couple that's been together for
ASMR. Get nice and
years.
close that fucking
You
microphone.
guys messed it up. You guys were gonna hear my ASMR voice, and you guys kept making me laugh, and I couldn't get in character. I was trying to.
Okay, we'll be quiet so you can get into character. You ready? 1, 2, 3.
Hey, can I whisper in your ear?
Oh, shit.
I can't even hear you, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah, dude, your
I
microphone's
heard-
really quiet.
I heard they whisper in your
Okay.
ear. That's all I heard.
Disgusting.
Okay.
What was I gonna say? I was talking about the laws of equivalent exchange or something, but was it He got it. You got the reference.
Oh yeah.
But
Thermodynamics.
I do agree
FMA.
Yeah, at Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh yeah.
Bunch of nerds on this one. Cool. Dang, I forgot what I was gonna say now. But,
Okay, hold on. Oh, okay.
You go.
I was just gonna, before I ask this question, I just want to point out that I'm not picking on you, Sam. I don't think any different of you. You just, again, like I said earlier, different strokes for different folks.
He's picking on you. He's picking
I
on
was
you.
just clarifying for sure what
But
the
I-
boyfriend treatment was. I don't even know what that is.
That's what I was gonna ask.
Because I'm super old. Like
I'm not-
I was like, when you said that, I was like, what does that even mean?
Yeah, I'm not picking on you, but I am milking you for content. So
Really? I'm gonna make her explain, but you guys really don't know what that means?
I
I
didn't.
mean,
I
is
didn't
that
hear what
just
it
being
was.
like having a girlfriend? Is that
Well-
what that is?
Sam, take it away, babes.
Wait,
Okay, what? So is it what boyfriend treatment is?
Yeah, like is that just like
Oh.
the way your girlfriend treats you and like cares about you and stuff?
Yeah, pretty much. It means that she's like the
Okay.
perfect girlfriend for you.
What is that?
no wonder I didn't know what that meant.
Whatever you decide it is. That's up to you.
so
That's like
I'm gonna
like-
I'm gonna ask this question simply because I don't understand I don't think I understand what you just said. Are you saying he pays for all the dates and chases you and makes you feel loved, and you just put on a fake personality
or
to
you'll act
appease
how he
him?
wants you to.
Or is it like a genuine,
Like
like,
is that
you
you're
love
like
him as a
hey, if you get to
girlfriend
this
type
level,
deal?
I will be whatever you want me to be. Because I've heard that from Noah like 3 or 4 times already.
Oh,
Oh man.
Okay, well, okay. Let me just ask, like, how long is everyone's longest relationship here, other than Davin, because
okay.
he's married.
Like 3.5 years.
2. I have 2 years.
Well, a little over a year, I think.
Okay, I can't see you guys. It was messing with my audio settings. But a year.
It's okay. We all got some time on us. And
I'm
even if you
about
don't,
almost 5.
Yeah, Noah's been for a really long time.
Noah can
It's a
go
good
and
one. Damn.
Way to go, dude.
5 years with who?
With Brittany, my only long-term relationship.
You were with
With
her for 5
Your
years?
mom.
Almost, not quite, but almost.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Please cut that out. baby.
See, like, I don't like. Okay,
Obviously,
so like, I
she did
like
best
treating
stuff on the first
people,
date.
so it's kind of like I almost have to moderate myself not to treat too much towards it becomes a pushover thing.
Yeah, I
But-
get that.
It's like I like being treated back as well. So it's like, you know, kind of like what you were saying, where if you are, I'm sorry, was it boyfriend mode or the girlfriend mode?
Boyfriend
or-
treatment.
Boyfriend mode.
Boyfriend treatment. Thank you.
Oh, boyfriend
Like
mode.
I feel like
that.
if you give it a name like that, it makes it feel not really authentic. Like I feel like it's like it's your auto response to being treated. I don't know. It's like I just want people to be genuine with me. Like it's like, hey, let's go. Like, how'd you like your food? Great, dope. How was work today? Just like I don't know. I always use the term stream of consciousness, but I hate like pre-thought out responses to certain types of treatment. I
Yeah,
always feel like it should be very in the moment, and you shouldn't think of it like, oh, I need to act this way because I'm being treated X way.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Yo,
Yeah, I'm just.
So you're saying
I
like
agree.
you don't like think about like how you would want to be like in a good relationship?
What was that, sorry?
Like you don't think about like what it would take for you to like be a good participant in a good relationship?
Well,
Okay.
I think about what I've been told, where it's like, oh, I like some people, they want to be texted just because they want to know that you're thinking of them, stuff like that. But that's stuff that I've been told. I'm very, very blunt, like very to the point, like you have to tell it to me, otherwise I'm not going to get it type deal. But if once I have
Yeah.
that in my mind
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm keeping it in the back of my head, it becomes something that I do naturally. I'm like, oh, you know what? This would probably make Bubbles happy right now if I were to text her.
It's a habit you have to
Yeah.
create.
It's the
So
little, and it starts with just the little voice thinking about it after
Right.
you've told me.
so
okay.
with the boyfriend treatment. So like as far as contributing again to the relationship. So if they're paying everything or like all the extra stuff, right? It's like the woman doing like most of the housework, most of the cooking. Like where is that contribution being made up elsewhere?
Probably being made up somewhere.
Yeah, let's start that. I think in a lot of ways, at least for me personally, I think it depends on the relationship itself. Like, are you married and have kids? Because if that's the situation, then that most women are doing pretty much everything when it comes to taking the kids to, like, appointments, getting them ready to do whatever, bringing them to school. Like, I was a hazard as a kid, okay? I was a hazard as a kid. No one knows this. Davin knows this. I was a needy little brat. I still am. I was
gonna say, as a kid. What do you mean?
as an adult, I'm a needy little girl. I'm not ashamed by that. You guys can try to embarrass me, but I'm cool with that. I know that. I am needy. I need love. I need attention. I need you to tell me that you love me. That's terrible. I understand that, but that's just who I am.
You wanted, which is that's the great first step, though, is we know about it.
And the good thing is, I admit it off the bat, so that you know that that's what I need. But as someone who's like taking care of me in that situation, I didn't know that as a kid. So like dealing with that's a lot of extra tasks that you have on you that your significant other, I won't say men because there's a lot of different relationships that have to deal with that you don't like know. And then taking kids out of the equation, you still have a lot on your plate. Like, men expect you to still cook, clean, do everything else, participate with all your friends, even though you don't know any of them, yet you have to show up and like hang out with them and be friends with them and be cool. Or you get to go out for like 4 to 5 hours to the bars with your friends, your guy friends, getting super drunk, not texting us for like 6 hours, and we're supposed to be really, really cool with that, which we usually are.
So you're naming a lot of you're naming a lot of things that, like, I don't know, it feels like could be mutual. So I'm not. It could be. Right?
It could be mutual. Absolutely.
Like it also
it's mutual that is beneficially allowed to be upset about.
I also like. It seems like you guys were a couple people referenced like sex earlier. Shouldn't sex also be mutual? Like, I feel like you're not communicating. I feel like you're.
Let's be real for a hot second. How long does it take a man to go versus a woman? Okay, we put in a little bit more work sometimes. Yeah, I saw that laugh, Everett. I saw that laugh over there. He's over there smiling.
So
does that mean it takes a lot more work from us?
Pro tip from someone.
We take like 2 seconds.
Pro tip for someone who's been married for 7 years: when you get a relationship, just tell him what you like. He'll do that.
I haven't been married for 7 years.
I fully agree with you.
I'm sorry, in a relationship for 7 years.
We're not married here. I personally am someone who's very vocal about what I like and don't like. So, like, when I am with someone, I will tell you what I don't like and I do like. That's just who I am. A lot of men don't like that. Personally, apparently it's a hit to their ego. I thought it would be helpful.
That's crazy.
I mean, if you phrase it one way,
like, their ego?
The only way I could see it being a hit to their ego is like, hey, listen, you just suck at this. Like, I'm gonna tell you.
And I never say that. I just say that I like certain things.
I feel like
every guy goes, "Oh, so I just didn't satisfy you."
That's just on the guy. If it's that point, like.
Sounds like insecurity.
It's wild.
Well, we all know that you know how to pick them. Okay, so.
That's true. True. I know how to pick them red flags right out of the wood pile.
Ladies in the room, just use the sandwich method.
For helping him out, like,
compliment, criticism, compliment.
That's what you do with sororities.
Oh my god.
Compliment.
What's that from?
Fuck yourself. Compliment.
Yeah. So. Yeah, just a pro tip. Like, it should be generally mutually beneficial. Okay, no man bats 100, but they should be in like the high 80s at least.
I agree.
High 95s, dude.
I mean,
yes, Nick. Yes.
Yeah.
Damn, I gotta up my batting.
I played baseball for a long time, so.
Oh boy!
Ask your partner what they're into. I don't know. I think it's kind of weird not to. Like, why would you not ask?
Yeah.
Like, it just sounds weird.
No, I agree. It's crazy to me that some guys are insecure about being told what you like. That's just, I don't know. That shit's beyond me, honestly.
Who's talking right now?
Give it back either.
I'm just kidding.
If I give, something that you can't give, like if I give you a tip, please feel free. I'm all about feedback. Like, it's just, you know, I don't know. I'll stop talking.
Well, I think that's just like a communication. Healthy communication is the big thing, regardless. Outside of sex as well. I think that if you're serious about someone or interested in someone, and you can't talk to them and let them know how you're feeling, what you like, and it doesn't have to be sexual, but it definitely applies to sex, and the relationship's not going to work in the first place. And it's just, again, to me, this seems weird if you're not able to do that and you're trying to like be with someone that you don't feel comfortable enough to express how you feel on a day-to-day basis or with any situation, really. Like, it's just kind of like
Fully agree with that.
It should definitely go
Yeah.
hand in hand, and obviously it means a lot more in different things when it comes to that. But I would say, especially nowadays, it's a lot harder to trust someone with your like innermost person than it is to trust someone like a physical partner. And maybe that's where a lot of people have the problems nowadays, is because they can be with someone, but they can't emotionally be with someone. And so they're always or subconsciously creating backdoors for themselves, issues that arise, like maybe they habitually choose someone with certain traits because they know like at the end it it won't work out anyway and it won't be their fault because this person had these traits. That's just all psychological stuff.
Like when I pick women who give me black eyes.
Therapy is needed.
No! Cut it out!
Yeah. Who likes getting punched right in the eyeball?
They just get punched in the face.
So
he just comes to jiu-jitsu class and just hangs out on the side. Hopefully someone wants to grapple.
Noah, so when you're dating, like how do you feel about the chase then? In all seriousness.
Yeah, no, be serious.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Serious voice.
Serious boy right now.
I mean, you know me. I fucking hate the game. I hate the chase.
Yeah.
I just, I want something reciprocal for sure.
Okay.
You appreciate like the chaos in it though sometimes?
Okay, it can be fun. That can be fun. It can definitely be fun.
I appreciate the chaos in your dating life sometimes. So
when I'm trying to fuck around, okay, when I'm trying to like just like fuck around, like okay, my last year in Davis when I knew I wasn't gonna be there, like chaos was unleashed. Like I was like, I'm not gonna like see.
Oh, don't we know it? We know.
So, what's your biggest red flag that you like? Like, do you know it's a red flag and you're like turned on? You're bricked up.
Hey, I'm not here for a therapy session, buddy.
No, I like this question. Let me think about this. Hold on.
My biggest red flag
that gets you like bricked up.
You really like.
Oh my god! I mean the.
Bricked up?
What are you?
Hey, this is gonna be the promo right here. So everyone be careful.
Yeah, this is the promo. This
is what's gonna draw everyone in.
The episode 2 title is just bricked up.
It's like okay, I'm like
fully bricked.
More red flags. It's like a magnet for me. I'm like,
what?
He likes any red flag. Noah's like, oh my god, look, a red flag. I love them. Let's go. And he just runs.
Really, it's kind of hard to think of one because you're like, okay, what's bad that I'm also attracted to?
Yeah, you're trying to. You want us to just self-analyze what we're like attracted to, the worst qualities of people.
I'm just
mine.
I know.
Any of us would be single here if that was the case.
I have a legit one. No, I have a legit one. Narcissists. Narcissists love me, and I know that they're narcissists. I know it off the bat. More than half my ex-boyfriends are. It's because they love me because I'm a people pleaser. And I'm like, oh, I know you're a narcissist. Well, fuck it. I do that every single time. Every time. I ignore it and I'm like, it's fine. I'll make it work. It doesn't.
Do you think it's because you're like, really attracted to like, kind of like being nagged, and then also you like confidence, and so like,
I do. I love a confident guy. Like someone who can call me out my shit is super attractive to me. But there's a difference
As long
between
as they
calling me
shit
out
on
my
you, too.
shit. Yeah, that's right.
They gotta call me out, but they
and
also
being
have to be.
huge fucking asshole. And sometimes it took up until like last year to know that difference. So like now I wouldn't say that that's something I'm attracted to, but I would say that that's something I was. Like I'm very self-aware now, so that that's not going to happen again. But in the past, I've been like, ooh, I know you're a narcissist, but fuck it, you're telling me I'm pretty. There you go.
Right.
See, Sam laughed. I saw that. Thanks, Sam.
All right, Sam. Is there any red flags that you know are red flags but you're
I'm
attracted
so
to?
sorry. I'm sorry, Sam. I didn't mean to call you out like that.
This will probably make a lot of sense once I say it.
Uh-oh.
But I love a guy who's like clingy as fuck. Like always.
Ah, she's one of the clingy
Like,
ones. She likes the clingies.
Yeah.
I can
It's
respect
a red
that.
flag, but I love it.
Is that because you
They're- hate them.
like the attention, or do you like them wanting you? Like, do you like the control in it, or do you just like oh, this guy's always thinking about me?
Definitely both.
Both? Ah, I called it. I called it. I knew
Does
it.
it not
I mean, I've
weird
been-
you
I've been
out?
there
Like,
before, I've
they
seen
have no
that.
life?
We all have. We all been there.
I mean, they all had someone who's like hits us up like crazy, you know. And you're like, oh yeah, this chick's like
You up text?
a little crazy, but she's like hit me up a shit ton, like she's super into it or whatever, you know. I could see
I
that.
feel like
I
it's
guess.
just like a lot to deal with. Like,
In hindsight, they're never good ideas, obviously.
Noah, stop.
Yeah, I know what. Stop.
All right. So what are we thinking about? Isaiah, what's your biggest red flag that you secretly like?
I'm gonna have to think about that one.
Okay, Everett.
His red is he likes
Wait,
gamer
what do you-
girls. I
what
know
do you
it.
mean?
That's
Look
not
at
a red
these
flag.
guys.
That's a giant
I've
green
like
flag.
this whole time.
That is
The
not
giant
right.
red flag? Wait, is gamer girls a
green
giant
flag.
red?
No, that's a green
No,
flag.
That is not a red
Thank
flag.
God.
Kiki Bird, give us a red
That's
flag.
cool. Like what?
Hold on.
That's a green flag?
Let's let Everett go. We'll get back to Isaiah's gonna answer. So
I'm gonna mute myself.
I'm honestly struggling to think of something that's bad that I like secretly. All the things that I don't like. I'm trying to think of-
Everett, get next to your mic.
Oh yeah, I turned the mic down because of the noise suppression, and like now I messing up. See, I gotta turn it up again. I don't know. I can't think of something that I secretly like that is bad for me.
Hey, what's something
it's
weird
like-
that you like?
What's what?
What's something weird that you like?
Weird that I like?
Like in bed. You're welcome, Dav. I'm getting you views here, Dav.
In bed. Something weird that I like in bed.
You either get red flag for the chick, or red flag in bed. Because of the...
Okay, is it weird if you
I
like
think I was gonna
clowns
say
in
I
bed?
don't think it's weird.
Oh. How much makeup? Are we talking about full white makeup? Like painted eyes?
Full makeup, like
The honky nose? You like the
You going for
nose?
the pussy?
That's
Like the
the
elongated?
turn-off.
What's the elongated nose?
Jake,
Mostly patchy hair on the sides, one on top.
Jake, yeah. What's your biggest red flag that you secretly like, or your biggest red flag in bed?
I don't really think I can think of one, honestly. I'm like
There-
pretty like I guess like if a girl pokes fun at me, it's fine as long as I can poke fun at her back, and then like she like that's just
Yes.
banter though.
Yes.
Yeah,
If she can't like take it, but she can give it, fuck that.
Like if
gonna-
I'm sitting here playing video games and like I die and she's like, "Oh, Jake, you just fucking suck at Stardew Valley or whatever."
Dude, Ali, shut up! Shut up!
No, like see something like that where I was just like, "Oh yeah, shut up."
Oh yeah, fuck you.
And I would, just dumb stuff like that. Like I just want to, like it's like from an outsider's perspective, if we sound like we're verbally abusing each other, but you do it with love. Like, you don't actually have, like, malice back behind the words. Oh my gosh. I don't have a shot, but cheers to you guys.
Oh wait, should I go get a shot? I didn't. I can.
Man,
I totally would be
Thanks
down
for
to drink
including
right
us.
now.
Do I go get one, guys, or do I? What do we do?
Don't be jealous. You'll
I
get the
think-
next one. You'll get the next one.
Is Jake, is your favorite flavor of ice cream still vanilla?
Absolutely. Shut the fuck up.
Oh no.
Damn.
Not even French vanilla.
Whoa, whoa,
Vanilla
whoa.
bean.
Is there,
Red flag
is there
at
a
you.
bad thing with liking vanilla? Because I'm a vanilla and mint girl. Vanilla is like, if I have to choose
Yes,
chocolate.
Sarah, there's
And
something wrong
Vanilla's
with
in
it.
the top three
Vanilla.
flavors. Like I think
Oh, I'm
vanilla's the
kidding.
top three.
What's wrong with
flavors for sure.
vanilla? What's wrong with vanilla? Like,
Sarah.
I don't think there's anything wrong.
Sarah.
Nothing's wrong with vanilla. Some people just
It
get
was a
tired.
double
It's weird when you don't have
entendre
a
that he was
voice.
making, but
Oh, he was making it. Oh, okay. So,
it was
then-
a yeah. But it isn't.
so it's been really fun being here. It's been great. So I'm embarrassed.
That's
Sarah,
okay.
Sarah,
Hey.
we-
I was gonna say, I
the
think I
reason
thought
why
of a
we
red
like you,
flag
we
now.
know that's why you don't have a boyfriend. Okay.
Dude,
It's
I'm
true.
vanilla.
It's probably true. It's cool. It's fine. Listen,
Okay.
I'm pretty. I'm not smart. It's cool.
I'm a good boy. I've been called the himbo.
Himbo.
I've been called a himbo, the golden retriever boyfriend. There's been a few lines.
Ooh, golden
What does that
retriever
even
boyfriend's
mean?
not a bad thing. I feel like, in my opinion, it's a good thing.
I've been told
I
that
don't
as
know.
well, but it's
Like for me, if I called you a golden retriever, I'd be like it's a supportive thing. Like that's a compliment.
oh my
You're-
god. But yeah, no, that absolutely.
That's a compliment.
You're too low energy to be a golden retriever boyfriend. Our friend Justin is like the epitome of golden retriever boyfriend. He's
He would have been great to have on this podcast.
yeah, but he's also in a long-term relationship. Okay, so maybe I'll have him on.
We just asked him like break
Next
up for, like, 30
time.
That'd be a good.
You should do
viewpoint
one
to have,
with both,
though.
like of relationships and like the very very single people that you have to like get the perspectives.
Oh, like just like to have them like argue, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna,
Oh, that
I'm
would
gonna,
be so
I'm gonna host
fun.
for you guys. We're gonna do like the couples game with like you and Neha.
You can't host. You're single too, bitch.
no,
Yeah,
no. Isaiah hosted last time. He interviewed me for the Positive Masculinity podcast.
I want to interview you. What the hell?
It's too late. I heard you've been interviewed.
Season one's
Here's
over.
my question. Why do you
what's the
stop?
thing that Neha does that you hate the most?
Ooh. Make sure to cut this bit.
Alright,
Make
you
sure to
watching
cut
this?
bit.
Okay.
Let me
I
read
hope
this
she's
next
watching.
card.
He starts saying someone else's name. So Jane, basically, just say someone else's name.
Okay, we know what's your Davin answer.
Oh, I'm not answering that question. I'm the host. I don't have to answer any questions.
Hey, save it for the
Wow.
celebrity couple game. all right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, okay.
Isaiah, what's your red flag that you secretly like, or
Keep hoping
didn't
people are just gonna keep talking about that.
Or-
I actually don't know if I actually have one. I know that.
or your red
Thank
flag in
you.
bed?
Liar. Come on, Isaiah. Come on. Tell
Okay,
us.
Dude,
okay,
there's nothing
okay.
wrong with
My
having no
red
red
flag in
flag.
bed is vanilla, and I'm not saying that people can't not be vanilla. That's awesome. That's great for you. I'm just saying, like,
Oh, so you like a kinky bitch in bed? Is that what you're
oh
saying?
yeah, oh yeah.
What? He knows, man.
Yes.
Alright,
Yes.
respect.
Yes.
Alright.
Yes.
Oh
I
god,
fully
this is
respect
going
that.
on the internet now.
Bro,
That's
look
what-
at him.
yeah.
Just out here.
No.
There's
How many objects do you own?
She out
You
at
know, I'm
least
just.
five.
Are we talking one to
Here,
3,
here,
3 to
hold on,
5, more than 10?
I do actually have a 14-inch dildo sitting in my room, but
Whoa.
that-
Currently up your butt right now.
it's a whole thing. It was originally bought for a
That's why he has
prank
the
as a
camera off.
friend.
What was this about the whole
Yeah, I
thing?
know.
That's why he has the camera off right now.
Right,
Dude's been
right now
edging
it's
the whole
about
time.
10
The man's
minutes.
gooning right now. He's a gooner.
Isaiah.
Do you use
Yeah.
do you use that like for home defense? You know, people come in and there's
Yeah,
like
yeah, no, oh, dude,
Right.
you can literally,
Fucking
you can hurt someone with that
one
thing.
object.
Oh my god.
It's almost like
No.
nunchucks.
No, but it
The
was.
face is gonna hurt.
You can actually do that in Cyberpunk. You
I mean,
can use
straight
dildos
up.
as weapons.
Are you?
Yeah,
Can you? Oh my
Third
god.
weapon.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I had a big
Baits
pink
around
dildo
that.
that I used to use as a sword back in the day.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, samurai. Let's
Yeah.
go.
God, this has been how I thought I'd spend my Friday night.
Samurai. So you like teeth? It's like,
So,
So,
oh,
you know what? Basically, this dildo was bought as a prank many years ago, and we never ended up doing the prank. So every single house I've moved to, it's just gotten packed into a box and then just like traveled with me, so now I've just had a 14-inch dildo for like years. So yeah.
What you should have
used it, right?
What you should have done is
better
you
to
should have
have
had
it not needed than need it not have it, right?
Hey, there we go.
You're never gonna know. Like, you're gonna have one night and you're like,
Oh,
damn,
no.
I'm so happy I have this 14-inch dildo.
Yeah, someone's gonna.
Like, hey, listen, I have someone better endowed than me right here.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
You should have had all your roommates sign it so that every successive roommate is like, whose is that?
You're like, hey, we've gotten to the point where we know each other now. I need you to do
Oh my
something for me.
god.
Like, so that there's like 10 signatures on it, and they're like, is that like your like notches on your belt, but it's notches on your.
Oh no. That'd be funny.
All right, so are we gonna do like a show and tell now? Is that?
No, but
No,
I
no,
feel
no,
so
no,
bad,
no,
guys.
no.
I
I
got
can't, but
five.
I can't.
I got 5 more minutes. I'm so sorry.
Why, Porque?
I can't. That's. I
No.
got 5 more minutes.
No. Why 5 more minutes, Sarah?
No, not explaining that. It's not a date. It's nothing like that.
It's just a booty call.
No, actually not. I wish.
You'd stop lying.
Wait.
there. We all
wish.
know.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, no, do you want me to say? Do you want me to actually say?
Yes.
No,
Yes.
straight up. You want me to say right now? Wait, I need Noah and Sam's permission right now.
5 guys. You're having 5 guys come.
You're gonna go over to their house.
No, that's not why. I have plans with multiple people to go somewhere after this, and I have to leave in 5 minutes.
Okay, so you, Sam, and Noah are going to the bar, right, in 5 minutes.
Yes.
What?
Damn, fresh invite, guys. That's kind of fucked up, but all
Dude,
right.
do you want to come? Do you want to come?
You should have invited me
Not
from Washington,
anymore.
guys. Sick invite.
Sarah,
It's
you
like-
don't-
Isaiah, you don't live in the state.
Fuck
Davin's
you.
not gonna drink. Isaiah, I love you. Shut up. Love you. Nico, you can come if you want.
I saw
You
Davin
guys
at a
know
bar
that.
recently. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, Noah was
I
there
don't think
too.
we've ever met. Do you want to come?
Now I'm good.
That's what I thought. So fuck right off. Okay.
I'm also sick right now, so I can't.
Yeah,
come
you guys
anyway.
probably live far from me though.
Exactly.
Davin was like I was kind of surprised to run into him.
It's
No,
'cause
I didn't fuck it up. I was honest and transparent, just like McKenna told me to be.
Noah lives in Del Dio, said I was going
Is McKenna going
to
with you
watch a
guys?
show with
Oh
him.
yeah, that's what you were saying. Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
She's not coming with us.
Yeah, I was like, I thought you
That's
lived
like-
super far from me, and then I was like, oh, there's Davin at this bar that's, right here. That was
Yeah.
weird.
No, I live in Mira Mesa.
Hey Jake, can I ask a question? I'm sorry. It looks like
What's
you live inside a dorm room. Like, do you
This is
live
my
in a
guest
dorm
bedroom
room?
right now.
It looks like a dorm room.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but it's-
well, I did just move in. I don't really have a lot of stuff on the walls
You
right
die,
now.
you die.
This is my
Shots fired.
this is my guest bedroom. It's where I've got my computer stuff. I usually have it as my home
A
office.
guest bedroom. Oh, so you're bougie and like you have a real
Yeah,
bedroom.
look, I
a
put stuff
guest
on the
bedroom?
wall.
Wow.
Dude, that's what's up. I
Look
like
at
it.
you.
Yeah, my actual bedroom is back there.
Mm.
Closet?
Well, that's the guest closet. Yeah.
The guest closet?
He's even
The
got a
guest closet is my
closet.
bedroom.
Look at this guy.
Is it like Futurama? How someone's
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
Bender?
it's
Which,
the
by the
whole-
way,
the whole
Davin, you
thing.
still need to come here at some point. You and Neha.
Where are you?
I'm in the Seattle area.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Isaiah.
remember he lives by
What?
Everett.
Not
You're
young
here?
people is bad.
Yes,
But
Isaiah. I've told you that like 10 times. Okay.
Shit, Jake, let's go get a beer soon.
I'm down.
You know what? Let's go to the bar.
Actually, you know what? Just come
you
here
Hey
and
Jake,
I'll
I'll
speak
be
to
there. I'll be there in 5 minutes. Be there in
Yo,
5.
sick. I got a bunch of shots. Let's go.
Let's go.
Tell you what, I work weekends, but Monday, we'll figure it out.
Sam.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you guys.
I'll meet you guys tonight,
We'll
actually.
figure
All right.
this out.
I've
Dude,
changed my
hella.
mind. I'm gonna go out, guys. I'm gonna meet up with everyone.
Yo,
Let's go.
dude,
Let's
meet
go,
up at
guys.
my
Dude,
place.
I'm gonna go
Minutes.
change.
Hey, the thing is that you said it, and now I have permission to harass you to come out.
I'm about to say, you guys are welcome over. You guys.
Log off.
Because like, and good
Camera goes
night.
off.
I saw
you
him
have-
wait on that response for so long. He was just like,
Okay, hold on. All right, since like three of the like 5 of you that are left or whatever have to leave. Okay. I'll do closing statements right now, so you guys can leave.
do what?
Closing statements. You
Do what?
Closing
Wait.
statement.
Do what? I'm sorry. Okay, I'm done being annoying.
Okay.
Muted.
I'm sorry. Wait, was this a formal interview?
Muted.
No, it's like a panel
I
thing.
love you for that. Thank you. Okay,
So give your final thoughts. You know, feel free to introduce yourself, or not introduce, like say who you are. Shout out any social media you have, and what do you call it? And I mean anything else that you can do in 2 minutes, really, as long as it doesn't break TOS or is too disruptive.
Or inappropriate.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Everett, go.
Yeah. Final thoughts. The bar is on the ground. So if you're watching this, you should next time think to yourself like, damn, the bar is really low, and maybe, I don't know, just don't be a piece of shit. But also understand that you should, I don't know. I don't have a final thought here. I'll just say this. It was fun being here. Thanks for having me. Again, the bar is on the ground, though. Communication is key. Don't be a weirdo and not talk to people in bed. And you can follow me on Instagram, I guess, and Twitch, which I promise I'll stream on eventually. I keep saying I will. I used to stream a lot, and I haven't streamed all week. Yeah, I built this super cool new computer. It has a 3080 and all this cool stuff, and I haven't streamed on it. So maybe I will do that.
No, we're gonna
get you tag.
So much.
Everett likes to talk.
What's your tag?
What's my tag? Oh, it's this. It's Celestial King. Yeah, O2. I use it for anything gaming related, like any gaming platform. If you look up Celestial King O2, that's me. PlayStation, I don't know, Switch. If it's gaming related, you type that in, it's probably me.
Okay, Nick, your turn.
Everett, I think you like dirty talk in bed.
It's cool.
No
Pillow
talking
talk.
at all in bed.
Pillow talk is where it's at.
Punching is where it's at.
Everyone brings past insecurities onto their new relationships, but don't let that stop you from going out and meeting people and to find connection. But also make sure you're okay with yourself and that you're love yourself and you're a good person for you, and that way you're never reliant on someone else for your own self-validation. Also, Nico Suave's Kitchen. I've been making dope-ass food videos, very nerdy-ass commentary for the YouTube ones. Instagram, YouTube, Nico Suave's Kitchen.
Have you set up your
Suave.
TikTok? Have you set up your TikTok yet?
I put the handle, like I did I got the name so I wouldn't lose that or whatever, but I don't know how TikTok works really, so find that out.
Okay. All right, Jake, go.
Dating is still whack, almost to the point where I just really don't even like applying the label to anything that may resemble it, just out of the expectations that come with it. But I still dating as a whole. I don't like our generation's dating. I'm old-fashioned. That's just me. That's just my opinion at the end of the day.
All right, Noah, go, and then Sam, go.
You always have to first.
Do you want to go first?
No, it's fine.
Okay, Nico, I just wanted to say that was hot as fuck. Davin muted me. He's a dick. He's a dick, and he needs to learn some self-control and just let us be ourselves. Be ourselves. We need to be ourselves. That's the story of dating. Be yourself. Don't be afraid of what you want, because there's nothing wrong with that. Even if that means you want something as fucked up as what Sarah wants, or
there's something wrong with you, Noah. There's
Something
so many
cool.
things wrong with you.
Be yourself unless you can be Noah.
or something as cool as whatever it was. It doesn't matter if you're a loser like Sarah or a badass like Everett. It's just you need to be
I'm
yourself.
a loser.
You need to be yourself and just say, look, motherfuckers. Look, I am proud of what it's okay that I say weird things in bed and that if I like a girl, I only last 15 seconds. There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay, time's up. He goes by Hair and I Love Her on Twitter. It's Sam's turn.
Okay, Sam, your turn.
Well, I don't know how I'm supposed to follow that. Wait, what's
Wrapping up.
Thoughts.
Your-
Just final thoughts.
your-
Sammy. Just
Yeah,
final
your
thoughts.
closing thoughts on the whole conversation. Any big takeaways, outros, any like social media you want to plug?
okay? Noah really threw me off with that right there. But I think final takeaways is I have very different mindsets than a lot of people in my generation and whatnot. And personally, I think people need to look at more of a traditional mindset where the men put more of the effort in than the women. And that's controversial, but that's just how I think. And that's my closing statement.
Love it.
All right, Sarah.
I think for me, I think that my final thoughts are that there's so many different like opinions on what relationships mean to them, and communication is key through all of that. But in my experience, communication hasn't been there, and I hope it will improve in my dating relationships because it has not been there. So hopefully we will see success out of that.
Hopefully.
I'll let you know. Yeah, you and me both know.
So, any social media you want to plug?
No, because you don't want to follow me because I am chaotically, cryonically chaotic. Is that what you call it?
What if we
Chronically chaotic.
Yeah.
Is that your handle?
Yes. It's
Uh,
not.
That's a good name.
It's a good name. It's what I put in my bio though, because it's just what I am.
Okay. Isaiah. Final
Dad was
thoughts.
like, fuck that.
I don't know. You know.
Sorry, Isaiah. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's it. Let's end it right there.
Oh my god. I don't know.
perfect end.
Listening to all you guys'
Outro.
takes was really interesting. Yeah, honestly, I don't know. I feel like there's just some stuff I got to work on in my own life right now that like I'm just kind of not that interested in dating right now, but I suppose I thought everyone else's takes were like really interesting, and yeah.
All right. Any social media you want to shout out?
Fuck no.
Bitches get money at .com.usa.com.
All right.
Isaiah at 14-inch dildo at AOL.com.
He has an OnlyFans.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
Isaiah doesn't have OnlyFans, just the dildo. That's the.
I should totally do that.
You guys
Oh my
can't
God.
convince me
Classic.
of anything else.
Here,
He was
I'll
like the whole thing.
tell you what. I'm gonna. All right. Should I post the dildo in general? Should I do it?
Yes!
Oh my god.
Yeah, everyone
Post
post
the
your-
dildo!
Oh no!
Post the dildo! Post
This
the
is going
dildo!
on the internet. This is going.
Sam, thank you!
Okay.
Really with
Um,
it and orifice.
All right. We're gonna wrap up. So if you're watching at home still, like, subscribe, hit the noti bell. I love you guys. Thank you so much for letting me make content off of you. I appreciate you. We'll all hang out soon. Okay. All right.
Love you all!
Love you
Bye.
guys.